Hi everyone, and welcome to Lesson 8 within the Professional Diploma in Web Design. This will be our final lesson within Module 1, and I look forward to showing you some awesome stuff in Module 2, but for today we are going to be finishing off our digital CVs. The fun fact for today is, did you know that the average person will look at their phone approximately 150 times daily? And I sat and I thought about this. I may be a little bit above average. I look at my phone a lot. I look at websites. Everything I do is pretty much on my phone. So quite a cool experiment for you guys. Why don't you get a pen and paper and just keep track today of how many times you look at your phone, and you can see whether you are an average person who looks 150 times a day, or if you exercise a bit more self-control and only look, let's say, 50 times a day. Just a reminder about me, my name is Kate Savage and I'm your course educator, and I've been a computer nerd since 2013. I graduated with 15 distinctions and some really awesome experiences, and my quote today is that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, and that was said by Nelson Mandela, a fellow South African. I think this is a very important thing to remember because knowledge is something that no one can ever take away from you and can help us all improve the world. Speaking of knowledge, success requires effort and commitment. We are here to make things as easy as possible for you so that you can attend your lessons and ultimately succeed. All you have to do is don't drop out. It's really that simple. You will see improvements on every single lesson, and these will bring you closer to your goals. Speaking of our goals for today are for me to teach you how to do a little testimonial section on your site, showing you how to do rounded avatar images, and lastly we are going to do a key skills bar as well. So these are quite a few nice functionalities, and I'm leaving this part quite open-ended so that you can all finish off your CV page yourselves and use the skills that you've learned throughout my lessons. Anyway, let's stop talking about this and let's get down to our demo. Okay, let's get going on this demo. So now what we're wanting to do is do a skills bar up here and then a testimonial section here, and whatever fits in the middle is up to you and your imagination and however you want to use the skills that I've taught you. So this is going to be quite a lot of fun. So let's start off with the testimonials. So in here I've just commented to make life a bit easier. So here is where our hamburger menu code begins and it ends over here. So we don't want to interfere with anything between these two comments. And also I think that's quite a nice demonstration of what your comments can be used for. So over here we're going to go underneath and then we can do a comment just because I'm talking about them. And we can now say, here is where we are going to put our testimonials. And then you can know that this is where they start. And then we can do the same at the bottom. Testimonial. And we can just say, end. Okay, I quite like this approach because it just, when you're coding, there's so many different things going on that it's sometimes nice to just have a bit of order in your site. So within here we can go and say div, and it's going to be a class container, and we'll close that off, leave ourselves some space. Let me actually bring this higher for you. There we go. And first thing we want is a little image for our testimonials so that they can see who is making the comments. So image src, and we can go and pick our URL, and that'll be in my portrait section, and we can choose this one. Let's rename to Susan, and there we go. So now we've got Susan in here, and then we want to do a little bit of editing on her, but first let's do alternate name, and that's going to be Susan. And let's just move this over a little bit. So alternate name is going to be Susan, and then we want to just add a little bit of styling to this as well. So we're going to go style, style is equal to width we're going to say is 170 pixels. And then we can say height can also be 170 pixels because we want this to be a circle, which is going to be quite cool. And then our margin can be 16 pixels as well. There we go. And then now we need to just give her what is her, whoopsie, what is her testimonial for our site going to be. So within here we can go as a P. Okay, so now we want to say what the review or the testimonial is going to be. So we're going to say heading 3, and I'm going to call her Susan Sunshine because it sounds happy. And then let's see what she can say about us. Say, Kate Savage did an amazing job with my professional photo shoot. Yay, I did a good job. A fictional good job, but a good job nonetheless. Okay, and then we can put in here her email address. So email for a reference. And she's been kind enough to give us her email. So Susan Sunshine at fake.com. Okay, so that should be quite cool. Let's see how bad it can look. Okay, so at this point, this is what we are working with. But that's what CSS is for after all. Okay, so we've got Susan Sunshine in, and let's move on to Anne. So we can even put a comment in here. See? Okay, so that was our code for Susan's testimonial. Let's move on to Anne. So IMG, SRC, whoopsie, is equal to, and we want Anne. And we can just use the same, the same code here because we want them to look the same. Just change your alt name to Anne instead of Susan. And then we can give her some information as well. So let's go H3, and it's Anne Blossom. And her testimonial, what can we say for her testimonial? There we go, we can say amazing photographer, and great fun to work with. There we go. And we can get her email address as well, and we can just say here, email for a reference, and that can be Anne Blossom at fake.com as well. And let's see. And there she is. She's all the way at the bottom at this point. But let's go and just have a look. Okay, so once we've saved this, this is what we are looking at. That's not too bad, but let's go ahead and do the CSS. So within our HTML, we've referenced this as .container, so, well, as container, so .container. And we can open that up. Okay. Let's start. So we can go border, and we want it, so we just want a little border around our container. We want it to be 2 pixels, and we want it to be solid. And I've gone and found colors that I like already. So let's go with CCC. Then we want to make the border radius. Now what the border radius does is it determines the rounding of the edges. So we're going to do a slight rounding effect on this box. Let me show you. So as you can see here, we've got a rounded box and a 2-pixel line. There we go, and I need this at 100%. There we go. Okay, then we want to add in some padding, so let's make padding 16 pixels. We want the position to be absolute. And then we want absoluter. And then we want to position it to the right hand side of the screen and to the bottom. So by putting 0, it's going to be right at the bottom of the screen and on the right hand side of the screen. And then background color. Here I'm going to do some transparency, and I've chosen a color 160, 207 and 201, 0.2. So 20% transparency on this one. Let's have a look. Ta-da! So we've got this nice color, and then we've got Susan and Anne here as well. Don't worry, we're going to bring that down quite a lot smaller once we format the images. So let's go dot container img, and within here we are now going to say we want to float them to the left. So you want the images to appear on the left hand side of the container. We're going to give a bit of a margin on the right hand side, which can be 20 pixels. We're going to give a border radius of 50%. I'm typing what I'm saying. 50%, and that will round the image. Let's just have a look at what we've got so far. Okay, so now we've got rounded images. Just for fun, if we were to take this to 25%, you would then get this nice effect here. And let's do 75. I don't know what's going to happen here, but also, yeah, just a circle. So let's go back to 50. There we go. So that looks quite nice, but we've still got a few more things we want to do. Let's go in here. Just say this must actually be 100. I think it's a bit too big. And here 100. Let's just see if that's a bit better. There we go. I think that's more of an appropriate size. So we've now so that's more of an appropriate size. But let the formatting continue. So the next thing I notice is that these don't look very nice. Let's go and change that. So we're going to take heading 3 and we're going to text align center, and we're going to change the font family as well. So font family is equal to Helvetica. Let's see what that looks like. I think that's improving, and then let's do that for paragraph as well. So down here, there we go. So I've just put a comma here so we don't have to go and repeat a whole bunch of text. So it's now for heading 3 and for P. So I think that that is looking a lot better. So we've got our two little testimonials down here. Alright, so the next thing on our list is we want to do our skills bar. So we can go in here and quickly say this was testimonials. Just so we know. And here is the end. And then we've got over here as well. So now the next thing we want to do is quickly fix why he's sitting by himself. There we go. Okay. A little bit of tidying up happening here. There we go. Okay, let's save. Yes. Alrighty, so now within here we want to get started on our skills. So this is going to be skills bars. And we can do the same. Let's leave a few lines. And in skills bars. Okay, so within here we want to create a div. So we're going to go div class is equal to skill set. And close that off. Then we have our div. And let's, make some space. Okay, so we're going to now just type up one of these and then we're going to use it as a template. So div class skills wdes, which is web development or web design, sorry, and then web design is going to be 90%, and then we're going to close that div. Okay, so all we can see right now is web des 90%, but it is going to evolve. So what we want to do here is just go ahead and paste this. Take this part out. That. Ooh. Hey, there we go. Fixed it. Okay, so we need 6. So 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to have a soft skills section, which can be H2, soft skills, and then we also need 6 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the things that I've chosen are web des, PHP, which will be 85%. Then I chose WD, which is web development. And the percentages here are like percentage knowledge, so how much you know about the topic. Then we've got UX, which is UX design, so user experience. I hope you all remember that. And we can put that at 65. So web des, PHP, web development, user experience, JS, which is JavaScript. We can say 60%. And that actually should be fine. So let's get rid of that one. And let's see. Okay, so at this point we've got that. Remember, you're seeing these because they are sitting here. Okay, and these are going to be also H2. Being very naughty with my formatting today. There we go. H2, core skills. Alright, so now within here we need to quickly do these. So we can go a list, which is active listening. I can give that 90%. Then we have TMS, time management skills. Also 90%. Haha. And then communication, which can be comms. What's quite a nice idea, just while I'm doing this bit of typing, is to go and ask a friend or colleague what they think your strongest like personal attributes are. I found it quite interesting when I asked my friends. There we go, into personal skills. Then it's always important to be a team player. Which is going to be 75%. And really, there are millions of other things you could be, so if you don't like these ones, go and find ones that work for you. Quite a popular one is if you have good problem solving skills, you should mention it. Okay, so that was a lot of typing. Okay, so we've now got this, and now through the miracle of CSS, we are going to make this look really cool and impressive. So let's go in here. Let's just save everything first. So now we've got testimonials and then side nav. So let's go in here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, what is our div class called? It is called skill set. So then here we're going to go dot skill set. And within here we're going to go width is equal to 485 pixels. And then I've already found a background color, which is exactly this background color actually. So we can just copy that. And we want the padding to be 10. So padding is 10 pixels. And we're also going to round that with a border radius of 5 pixels. Yeah, so you see here, again, we've got the same rounded edge. The only difference at this point is we haven't put in our padding. So, I mean, not our padding, our border. So let's add that in. There we go. That's looking a bit more uniform. So within here now we've got skill set, and then each one of these has got skills. So they fall into their own little skills class. So let's go and format those. Whoopsie. So dot skills. And within here we're going to go text, align, and that's going to be on the right hand side. Padding top can be 10 pixels. Padding bottom can also be 10. And then we can make the text color white. Font family can be the same, which is Helvetica. Background color can be black. And then we also want to round these edges, so border radius. You're never going to forget how to do a border radius after today. It's going to be 5 pixels as well. And we're going to do a mini border, so border 0.25 pixels, and we want it to be solid, and we want that gray from earlier. There we go. So let's see. Okay, so currently this looks awful. But I just wanted to show you this whole skills bar. But that black is upsetting me. So let's just change this. It's a bit too harsh. Let's go more for a slate. There we go. That's okay for now. Okay, so now we've done skills. So we've done our skills bar. Now we get to do something fun. So how are we going to do this? We're going to make this as simple as possible. So we need to now go into here. So now we have gone and formatted skills. But now within skills, we have web design, PHP, all the different ones. And they're all at different skill levels. And we need to indicate that on our skills bar. So like this one will come to like here, but this one's only going to come to here. So we've got to go and reference them. So now what we're going to do is go dot webdes and make his own little section. Then we're going to do dot PHP, same thing. I'm doing it like this so we can copy paste rather than spend a lot of time on this. Then web development, then it was UX. Ooh, Katie has a plan. Hold on. Okay, so every second one we want to be the same. So let's do W web des, then web design, comma, dot JS, comma, let's see if this works. I'm a genius if this works. Then I've chosen a background color already, so we want, no, I'm not a genius. I'm sorry guys. Because they're all different sizes, I can't cheat. Okay, fine. Let's just go back. No. Okay, so WD, then it's UX. And one more for the core skills, and that's .js. Okay, so within here, this one needs to be a width of 90% of the progress bar, and the background color is ATG4FO. Okay, so let's just see what this looks like. There we go. So that's looking a bit better. So now what we want to do is take this, skip one, go to the next one, skip one, go to the next one. So web development, we only want it to be 80%, and JavaScript we only want to be 60%. There we go. See how I'm saving time today. Then if we go into this one, we know we want to change the color code, and that is going to be to C0, C0, C2. That's going to bug me. And we've got this gray, but we must just remember to go here and go 85. Okay, and then we can copy this to here as well. And this was 65. There we go. So we've got our little skills bar now. So this was for our core skills. Let's do our soft skills. Whoopsie. Okay, so for soft skills, we've got a different list altogether. So here we've got .alist. Oh, this thing popping up. We've got .coms. Before .coms, we've got .time management skills. In case you're wondering how I'm remembering this, I'm just looking over here. Time management skills, .coms, interpersonal skills, IPS, and then we've got dot tplayer, and last but not least, problem solving. There we go. Okay, so we're going to follow the same order here. So we can just start off with, I can't decide now if I want to start. Let's start off with the grey this time. Okay, so with an A list, there we go. Then comms, then tplayer. Okay, and then we had A list was at 90%. And then this one was 85 again. And then, yeah, wait. A list was 90. Comms was 85. Interpersonal is 80. Team player is 75. So let's have a look. There we go. Then we have time management, and we need this color code. The time management we had as 90%. Then it was 80% and 70%. Ta-da! How good does that look? But now, what is our problem? That this is not sitting. I want these two to be neighbors. I want this to be over here. So let's go and look. So we've got end of testimonials is here. Okay, so how we're going to fix this is we're going to go in here and go right is equal to 0 and top is equal to 0, and we're going to select position. Yeah, there we go. Absolute. Okay, so I think that's quite a nice foundation here for you to finish building this page. And then let's just go and quickly have a run through of the pages that we have built. So this is our careers page. We had our home page. My story is up to you. We have education with our fun little highlighting or hover functionalities here. And then we've got contact as well with our little button that takes us back to Google for now, and our text fields, very cool, and the blue highlighting, which is awesome, and also our darker background image with an overlay, and we've got our portfolio. Now I left this in on purpose. Remember earlier I changed this name. We need to go and change it because now the reference is wrong. So it's not at Shutterstock anymore. So I'm going to quickly open up here. And I need to go to, we started this in lesson 5. And this is what? Portfolio. And then within portfolio, the alternate name was Happy. Over here. And if I recall correctly, that is one of our ladies. So let's go in here. Pick our URL. Portraits. And I think it was Anne. There we go. Let's save that. Refresh. And then she's back. There we go. So that's also quite a nice usage of the fact that we have alternate names. It helps us find things. So this is going to bring Module 1's demo to a close. I hope you've all had fun, but stick around because I've still got more stuff to tell you, but that's just the end of... But stick around, I've still got tons more to tell you. So I'm very excited to see what all of you come up with after that demo, and please remember to post it on our Facebook page so that I can see what you've all done. Now that we're halfway through this first module, I want to talk to you about your next steps and what Shaw Academy can do for you. But first, well done on making it this far and completing Module 1. If you've made it this far, it just goes to show how serious you are about learning web design. So congratulations. I love teaching web design, and thank you so much for choosing to learn the subject with me. So at this point, you've now mastered the basics, but now it's time to step things up and really get serious about web design. Everything we have looked at up to this point is what you need to know about web design, but to truly master it and set yourself apart and also achieve your ambitions, it's time to move on to the intermediate stage. Module 2 is your intermediate module, and it starts next week, picking up right after this level and upping the level of knowledge and information so you will see your skills advancing rapidly. Are you ready? The Module 1 assignment will be available after this lesson. Completing this assignment is a requirement as it counts for 25% of your overall grade towards your professional diploma in web design. As a member, you can choose to complete this now, or you can complete it after you've finished all 4 modules. Personally, I would recommend doing it now while the information from the last 4 weeks is still fresh in your mind. So Module 1 is complete, and we're moving straight on to Module 2 that starts next week. I hope that you're all as excited as I am. We've got some amazing content coming your way. Just to remind you guys, we still have our special offer running at the moment, but time is running out. Make sure you don't miss out and miss this amazing discount for completing the rest of your course. Remember that with your membership, you have access to all the faculties here at Shore Academy, and these include finance, lifestyle, business, technology, photography, and health and wellness. And there are over 100 topics, and some of the ones you might be interested in are graphic design, digital marketing, and mobile app development. You can also add pathways so you can fast track yourself to success, or take your time to create your own path to complete your own personal goals. It's up to you which route you'd like to take. If you're wondering how you can go about upgrading your membership, luckily for you, upgrading could not be easier. You can upgrade through your members area, via the app or your desktop. You can respond to any of the personal emails or SMSs that you've received from us, or you can simply type info into Morpheus now to receive the offer. Everyone type info now if you'd like more information on this incredible discount. I see already that loads of infos are coming in, and it's amazing to see how many of you are interested. It really is a fantastic offer, and I'm not surprised that most of you seem to be going for it. And you're going to absolutely love the advanced course. In later modules, I'll be teaching you all about WordPress and some really amazing functionalities as well. But do remember that this offer is ending soon. Well, congratulations on completing Lesson 8. I hope you all had a fantastic time and learned something new. Please feel free to send us any feedback or suggestions that you may have, and you can send this to support@shoreacademy.com. As for your lesson challenge, I would like you to showcase your personalized career page for your digital CV by posting it on one of our social media platforms. So yes, you can keep the side panel, you can move it around. This is all about you showcasing the skills that you've learned within this course. And then in the next module, I can show you some even cooler stuff that you can put in there as your skill level increases. But just remember, success requires effort and commitment, and we are here to make things easy for you so you can attend these lessons and succeed. Just remember that dropping out is not an option. It's really that simple. You will see improvements on every lesson, and we'll get you closer to achieving your goals. So when you go into your members area, here is what you will see. But if you want to save money, go for the 12, 6 or 3 month plan. All you have to do is click here and you're done. It's really that easy. Well, the time has come to wrap up Module 1, and hopefully all of you will be moving on to Module 2 with me. It's been great fun building your digital CV and the gaming den, and I hope you've all learned a lot of new stuff and that you've enjoyed the lessons, and I can't wait to get started with all of you on Module 2. Goodbye everyone.